Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Yogita.
Uh,
Yes, yes. Am I audible, Yogita?
yes, sir.
हाँ जी बताइए.
Yes, sir. You're audible, and we are also live. I am. Can you open the chat box? I am typing in chat.
I have opened the chat box. There's nothing in it as of now.
Okay. People are wishing you good evening. Can they see you?
Good evening. Welcome to our Sunday live session on YouTube.
Actually, it is posted everywhere, so people will be joining from other platforms as well.
Okay.
Hmm.
Boys and girls, please keep posting your questions.
Yes.
Okay, I can see one question has come from Akash. I want to join your program. Which one should I go for, mid or long term? I'm doing a job and have two SSB appearances, both conference out. Akash, it will be very safe for you to join the mid-term program. Long-term program is advisable for people who have serious issues with English or with physical fitness. Fine. So since you've gone through the complete process, you got screened in, midterm program would be adequate for you. Fine. Thank you. Youth Wing of India says, "Sir, I have read your book. It's fantastic. So nice of you to have for your kind words, and I really wish that it helps you. Please do share this information with your friends so that they can also benefit." Priya wants to know my point of view on lateral scheme. Okay. Priya, my view is like this. Lateral scheme is a good idea. Now, how it is utilized, that is the issue. Like Manmohan Singh came through lateral entry. Montek Singh Ahluwalia came through lateral entry. Raghuram Rajan came through lateral entry. They were not bureaucrats clearing the IAS and all that. And they did a good job because they were taken primarily because of absolutely well recognized merit. But when the lateral entry is utilized to get people on the sly because of their political affiliations rather than pure and simple merit, then merit gets diluted and the job they will do is definitely, I mean, the purpose for which they were taken, that itself is, highly doubted. And that is why it is not a good idea. Fine. Like, for example, this SEBI chief, this Butch lady, her hiring itself becomes, with the kind of things she is, which are coming out, it shows that the agenda of getting her in itself was, something dubious. And then what all she has done, if you read up, you'll realize. So this kind of thing is not good. That is my perspective. Yeah, fine. Thank you so much. Sir, I am in DU and I have a question that my marks in school were good, but now they have dwindled a lot. So that the problem. I am also a part of society, so that affects my attendance and marks. Firstly, Sneha. Okay. So, Sneha, firstly, this plea which you are taking, that you are participating in a number of societies, that takes away your focus from your main studies, is a bad plea to take as far as you yourself are concerned. Fine. You got to be strong in your mainline things that you are doing, and the additional things are additional. So, a person who is solid in the basic mainline stuff should indulge in these things. So, taking this plea, which is often taken in our society and accepted by our parents also, that because the child was involved in sports or he was involved in some extracurricular activities, dramatic, or various whatever other things, that is why the child did not perform well enough in the mainline studies. This is a bad plea to take. Please don't believe in this. This is not acceptable. So that is the first basic thing. The second thing is that you probably have in mind that in case the interviewing officer asks you such things in the interview and you want to rationalize your poor academic performance because you were taking part in other things, that is a bad idea in my opinion. Do not do that. Fine? Take responsibility for your drop in academic performance, accept it yourself and accept it in front of the interviewing officer also. And do make efforts to improve upon these things now. Fine? So that is my advice, and that is what you should do. And I have come across numerous cases of people who have been, very good in outdoor and extracurricular activities, and their academic performance has not been adversely affected because of these things. Raghuram Rajan was a good sports person. You know what kind of academic competence he has. Sometimes you may have read some stuff written by Rajat Kathuria. Do Google his name. He is supposed to be a good authority on the telecom industry, writes in Indian Express also, editorials and all. He and I are from the same school. He was, as a sub-junior, when he was, I think, some 13-year-old, he was the district #1 in table tennis, right from sub-junior, junior to men's. Fine. So it has not affected his academic abilities, and he is an academic guy, just like Raghuram Rajan. You can read on Instagram. I have written about one person I served with, Brigadier Jagdish. He was a topper in everything in academics, and he was India level sports person in 3 games: sailing, cricket, and tennis. Fine. So this is what my advice to you is, Sneha. Fine. Okay. Please go ahead. Keep posting more questions. Iniya Priyan, sir, I am Iniya Priyan from Tamil Nadu, studying in Mizoram, but I am good in studies when I was in school, but my college studies is average 60%, but I am doing NCC, boxing, badminton, music. Is it okay? It is not okay. I answered exactly a question on similar lines. Please do not think that your performance in boxing, badminton, music compensates for your incompetence in academics. It is not acceptable to me. I gave you examples. Fine, thank you so much. Anveshika, I have my AFSB tomorrow. Any last minute tips? Both attempt after 2 conference out, one screened out. Firstly, kindly do watch our video about the screening process. Please do that right now, and before we terminate our session, do acknowledge that you watched it and you digested the contents. Do abide by the things explained there. I am sure your OIR performance would be good, so that should not be a bother. Do understand the aspects of abundance mentality and scarcity mentality to get screened in. That is as far as the screening process is concerned. And thereafter, in the psychology test, uh, use your common sense and write the things. Focus. A lot of people I know, they do 30, 35 SRTs and all that. That's not a good idea. Try and do plus of 45 or so, and write brief, crisp replies there. Stories, visualize the story totally in your mind before you start writing, and write short, crisp stuff. Complete story construct in your mind and only then write it down around one main character who should resolve whatever issue you have identified in the picture. Go applies to PPDT, applies to the the TAT also. In the GTO series, do not try to impress anyone. Just be an effective member of the team. As far as interview is concerned, be relaxed, be open, be transparent, nothing to hide. Don't be excited in giving answers. Take your time and uh, don't try to impress anyone. Be open, be transparent. You're not done okay, like people were asking questions about performance dip in academics and all that. Accept it as you're being insincere. Do not try to give this cover up replies, which normally people tend to do. It is not going to help your cause. Fine. So these are some of the tips. Wish you good luck, and do come back to me after checking out on a video on the screening process. Yeah. Thank you. Raju, sir, the deputy president asked me that if you get the equal facilities in Department of Police, same as commissioned officer in army, will you take it or not? I answered not and got not recommended. So Raju, this answer will not decide, would not have decided whether you are to be recommended or not. It is just one answer in the holistic assessment made by the interviewing officer about you. as also the other assessors would have done. So there are no master stroke answers or blunders in answers. Don't believe these things. These are nonsensical ideas. Fine. So whatever your outlook is towards life, you should answer in accordance with that, because that is going to be in sync with your true personality. If somebody says that this is a good answer and it is not aligned with your thoughts and all, then that answer will not be appropriate for you. So the interviewing officer is wanting to know your perspective, so give that unhesitatingly. And if you overall meets the criteria of being selected, you will be selected. And if you are not to be selected, you will not be selected. An answer to a question like this will not be a decisive factor in in your result of being selected or not. Fine, thanks, Raju. Okay, yeah. Please keep posting more questions. Akash, sir, is there any practice in your program for GTO tasks that are outdoor, PGT, HGT, etc.? No, Akash, we don't have that. And it is my personal belief that this is not required either. We have created 3D models and we do practice these things as we don't have any such infrastructure. So your practice for individual obstacles, etc., is definitely ruled out in our program. So you can settle these queries among each other. We carry out these discussions, and you can seek clarifications from me as well. But we don't have this stuff. Fine, Akash, that is what it is. Yeah, thank you. Priyanshu, I took a drop for NDA. Is it any problem in SSB? See, what you have done, you have done. You cannot alter it now in any case. So I do not advise anybody to take drops for such things. But now that you have done, you have done. So you state as much, and that is all. See, thing is that if you are overall competent enough, you will be selected. And if you are not, you will not be selected. This one aspect will not play a decisive role. However, the step that you took is not a great step, and I am not an advocate of this line of thinking. Fine, so that's what it is. And I presume that is likely to be the outlook of most interviewing officers in the selection system. Fine, thank you. Sneha, yes, sir, I accept that I was insincere. It was hard for me to fit in college life and living alone for the first time and studying the subject for the first time. So it was an issue at first. So fine, Sneha, state as much, beta. Do not hesitate. And now get focused, get clarity in your core subjects. See, understand this. As an aspirant, uh, what major things which will decide your selection would be something like this, in my perception. Give 35% weightage to the academic stuff which you're studying. Then give a 30% weightage to your communication skills. That makes it 65%. Allocate 20% weightage to your physical fitness. So that makes 85%. Allocate 15% weightage to your general awareness. That makes 100%. So these four things, if you get adequacy level in these things, then your selection chances should be fine. So that's it, Sneha. Thank you. Pankaj, OTSSB on 27 September. My parents insisting me to join offline coaching. Their point is that can get environment there for GT and narration in front of many people, but I refused. It is your perspective, and I would not say that they are wrong, because in case, going through a mock experience of SSB is what you're looking for, then the coaching academies are providing that. It is my perception that it does not help much. So that is my view. It's not a view that is shared by a large percentage of the population, including your parents. So I can't say that they are wrong. So that's their view. But my perspective is that why I am against the methodology of the working of the coaching academies is that they bring the focus of the aspirants onto the SSB process, which is not the correct thing. And that is why I see most aspirants are concerned about psychology tests, GTO tests, and interview, and not focused upon personality development. Whereas the crux or the major thing to get selected are your core personality aspects. Like I just named 4 things. In that, there's nothing like psychology, GT, or interview figuring. So that is the issue. Fine. So this is my perspective. Okay. Thank you, Saurav. I got 10th in 88%, in 12th 75%, graduation 69%. How do I answer IO? Why I scored less marks? Should I say I was not serious? You were studying or something else? You say exactly what the truth is. I don't know. You see, it can happen that in 10th, the subjects were damn easy. And in 12th, the degree of difficulty had increased. And probably from the place where you did graduation, that kind of high marks are not being given. So all these things are also possible. So whatever is the truth, you state that. And if insincerity is the major thing, then state as much. Once again, your answer to this question is not going to decide whether you are selected or rejected. You will be selected or rejected based on what your true competence is. See, the problem what has become in the society is कि छवि की इतनी ज्यादा वो हो गई है, वो मोदी जी ने छवि छवि झूठी बना बना के ऐसा बेवकूफ देश का बना दिया 10 साल में कि आप सब लोग भी अपनी छवि में फंसे हो। अबे भाड़ में गई छवि, असलियत पता कर लेंगे यार असेसर, पूरी छवि से बेवकूफ बनते, समझे? आई होप यू गॉट द पॉइंट सौरभ. प्लीज एक्नॉलेज. Pushkar, done NCC, B certificate 5 years ago. Thus, should I have to mention about this? Yes, do mention. For JAG, Army, SSB, and at the same time, I forgot some concept or Navy. Don't bother whatever you've forgotten. Don't skip this part. Write it. Fine? That's what. Don't try to hide stuff. Yeah, thank you. And don't start trying to now revise things what you studied in NCC and all that, Not required. Focus on your JAG entry. Your competence in your knowledge of law will be the major issue rather than your knowledge of what you did in NCC. Okay? Fine. So that is what it is. Pankaj, after my last screen out 3 months ago, I started working out regularly, started reading books. I read 5 books so far. I also volunteered in department level speeches as doing MCA. Fine, so these are good things. They will help you develop overall. But be definitely solid in your MCA, what you are doing. That's the mainline stuff. So 35% weightage goes to that. 30% to communication, 20% fitness, 15% GK. Yeah, that's it, Pankaj. Bharti, can I prepare for SSB without any coaching or course? If yes, then how should I plan that my day? Please answer. Okay. Firstly, no SSB coaching is required. I told to get focus on the 4 major things. To improve your academic competence, you need no coaching. To improve your communication skills, no coaching is needed. To improve your physical fitness, definitely no coaching is needed. And so also for general knowledge. These are the major issues which you need improvement upon. Now, you got to plan how to do it. From our YouTube channel, you can get a plan of, a hypothetical candidate of JAG entry I had taken up. So you can search out the video and see what areas were needing improvement, how those a boy and a girl fictitious cases, how they planned and did their improvements. So that will give you an idea. Also, interviews of are so many successful candidates, what kind of routine and all they followed to effect improvements which were required are given there. It will be specific to every individual, you see. They cannot be a general method for improving one's abilities, because it will be in consonance with what aspects are needing improvement in each case, you know. So it will be, plans would be different for every individual. I hope you get this point. But fine. तो कुछ जरूरत नहीं है कहीं जाने की, अपने आप सब कुछ किया जा सकता है. Okay, good luck बेटा, God bless. Vikas, so for personality development, suggest some books. मेरा book पढ़ो ना, The Practical Guide to Become an Officer. That will be very helpful. It's a very comprehensive book, written in simple words. It will help you out. It has got personality aspect. For SSB, also got a section. Don't
Your network was an issue. Now restored, I guess.
Okay. Now it's okay. Okay. Saurabh is again asking. Okay. After BSc Math, I'm doing Masters in Political Science, and I have 1 year gap as I had been preparing for state PCS and qualified pre, and I failed in mains, and I had optional political science. How to reply? No, just answer honestly, Saurabh. See, ये सब ना, ये छवि ओरिएंटेड जो बकवास है ना, उसमें मत पढ़ो. बेवकूफ नहीं बनने वाले हैं असेसर. Just tell the truth that whatever you did is nothing wrong. And if you are competent overall, you will get selected. There is just no problem. Fine, don't get bothered. Yeah. Raghavinder, if you don't get para SF from academy, then what to do to join para SF? See, you have to volunteer for it, and then you will, once you are recommended by a commanding officer, then you have to go through a probation, which you go through even from the academy. So that is how it is. I think now people are directly going to para SF also. In our time, nobody was going directly to para SF. They were only, going through the probation period by applying. So that is still there. Fine. So that's it. Yeah. More questions? Gautam. According to analysis, I'm scoring 380 plus easily in my India exam. My strength is academics, but still my physics is very average. Okay, your physique. Okay, I have been active participant in sports. So what? क्वेश्चन पूरा नहीं है. एनीवे, तो आप गेम्स भी खेलते हो, तो अपना फिजिकल फिटनेस को भी इंप्रूव करो. वर्क अपॉन इट. फाइन, because you will need it in training. You may get selected now, you may have problems in training. So आप फिटनेस पे फोकस करते रहो. एकेडमिक से अच्छा है तो that's good. That should help you out. Nothing to worry. Okay, yeah. Somebody has written inverse egg. Hope you are keeping well. Yeah, thank you so much. I hope the same for you. I'm going through the practical guide and your article regarding Pareto analysis. I don't gauge the concept personally. Would you mind explaining it? Pareto is an Italian guy, and he was in the finance side, and he realized that the almost just 20% of the population owns practically the 80% of the wealth, and 80% of the population owns 20% of the wealth. And he found that this is having an application in a wide, domains. Like for example, say, like I have given an example in a book कि मैं let's say कि मैं कैंटीन में चेक करने जाता हूँ कि कहीं गड़बड़ हो रहा है तो कहीं नहीं हो रही है. So I should realize that the lucrative item is liquor. So the problems, chances, 80% of the problems are likely to occur in liquor. So if I checked out liquor thoroughly, that means the chances of problems and other things will not be there. Similarly, I have given an example of you are trying to check out rations में सब कुछ ठीक ठाक है, तो check meat. Meat में गड़बड़ होने का chance है. ठीक है ना? तो like that you have to identify critical areas. आपने पढ़ाई करना है, उसमें भी fundamental clarity की कुछ चीजें होंगी. If you understand that, then your 80% of the scoring of marks will depend upon 20% of the fundamental stuff. So this thing has got application in a wide array of things. I hope you are able to get an idea of what I'm trying to say. Please do, confirm. Otherwise, I'll explain further. Fine, thanks. And it's not just 80-20. This is just a broad this thing. It could be 10 and 90. And like in India's present case, the wealth distribution, I think it is with the top 5% would be owning, I think, the 90% of India's wealth. So यहाँ तो बहुत ही ज़्यादा skewed है. So that's what it is. But generally, this thing does have an application. So, analysis in various aspects may help us. Please do confirm. Piyush, sir, should a candidate go through from the medical examination before SSB? It is not required because, sometimes I would say some cases where you're going for flying in the Air Force, it may make sense to get yourself medically checked because sometimes a person is having, vision problem or some other problem which renders a person medically unacceptable for flying, and the person is not interested in joining anything other than flying branch. So then it will make sense to get yourself medically checked. Otherwise, for in case you're not so particular about like going for flying only, then it is not required. They will check you and decide whether you are meeting the medical criteria, fitness criteria or not. Fine. Yeah, thank you, Piyush. Abhishek, can be a candidate with SCC, NCC entrance, and he went through an academy like OTA. Can he be Major General? Can he get start ranks like above brigadier? I get so much concerned about these things. The thing is that if you're going through OTA, some percentage of people will be getting converted to permanent. But as things are progressing, or what impression I have about the way the organization is going, the chances of short service commissioned officers getting permanent commission will go on reducing, because the outlook of the government is to keep a higher number in junior ranks where there is deficiency. Deficiencies are not there in senior ranks, and also it saves money for the government, because when a person is released after short service, he doesn't get pensionary benefits and all that, and that's the important aspect for the government, because Pension is becoming an issue. That's why you see all these things. Pension being discussed, old pension, new pension, some unified pension and all that coming. So that's what it is. Fine. Yeah, thank you. Satya Prakash recently got conference out in my first SSB due to bad performance in GTO. So bad luck. अगली बार अच्छा करना. In any case, this perception of yours may not be correct. What you should do is focus on holistic improvement and not that कि GTO खराब है, psychology अच्छा है, interview अच्छा है. Things don't happen that way. That is how candidates tend to think. It is the personality. आपका वीक एरिया जो मैंने चार चीजें बताई उनमें से कुछ होगा, उनको इम्प्रूव करो तो जीटीओ साइकोलॉजी इंटरव्यू सब सॉर्ट आउट हो जाएगा. फाइन, या दैट्स इट. थैंक यू. Gargi, I'm enrolled in a coaching program from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and I've taken a drop here to focus on JE. Despite this, my ambition to join the NDA remains strong. I appreciate advice. तो एडवाइस तो क्या है, अगर आपकी पढ़ाई लिखाई एकेडमिक अच्छा है तो आपका रिटर्न आप पास कर पाओगे. इंडिया वाला शुड नॉट बी अ बिग डील. थोड़ा जीके के लिए टाइम निकालना पड़ेगा. दैट्स नथिंग मच. एंड you should keep yourself physically fit. If you do these things, Gargi, you should be able to clear NDA. The written has also go through, clear the SSP. Should not be a big deal. That's what it is. Yeah. Thank you, Gargi. Hush, I'm confident of 230 marks. I'm working on my physique. English and general awareness is good. How should I build my fitness? So fitness, okay. I will give you some parameters. If you can meet these, then you would be okay. Because if you're having a goal, things become clearer and you can know where you stand. So target 5 kilometers in something like 23-24 minutes, 40 push-ups, 10 chin-ups, and 40 sit-ups. If you can attain this kind of level, then that should be good enough to clear SSB as also join the training. Fine, so that's it. Thank you. How do you do it? You will have to plan on your own. Tarun, I'm a working individual. After my last SSB, a lot of things were happening in my life which needed more attention from me at that time. So I took a break from defense preparation until I got, and no further thing is there. So I really don't know. So you took a drop, fine, yeah, up, get back on track and prepare. In any case, as I said, there's nothing specific for defense SSB. If you're, academic understanding, your communication skills, your physical fitness, general knowledge are okay, then you're good enough to get selected. Yeah, thank you. Any more queries coming up, Yogita?
Yes, sir.
Harinder. I have NCCA certificate from school, but later I have not continued. NCCA was not available. My college doesn't impact it. You just don't bother at all. Nothing will happen. Good thing you did not do NCC. NCC is not doing a great check of help in getting people selected. It involves a lot of wastage of time. Just focus on the 4 things that I said, and that should be good enough. Fine, thanks, Harinder. Brain sum. So does dummy school negatively present us? अरे यार छवि को मार दो झाड़ू यार, एक मोदी को बनाने दो छवि, बस उसने छवि छवि बना के तुम्हारा भी दिमाग खराब कर दिया है. डोंट बॉदर, सच सच बोल दो, दैट इज ऑल. अगर फिट हो गए तो सेलेक्ट हो गए, अनफिट हो गए तो रिजेक्ट हो गए, दैट्स ऑल. फाइन. Negatively impact on all the dummies. अबे ठीक है यार, जो भी किया किया ना, कोई इम्पैक्ट इम्पैक्ट को मारो झाड़ो। अकल होनी चाहिए। अगर तुमको सब्जेक्ट पता है तो ठीक है, डमी किया या नॉन डमी किया क्या फर्क पड़ता है? ओके। Arshan, I came NDA 2 and it didn't go well. Now I'm doing BSc and I feel I'm lost and I don't have interest in BSc. I feel like I've joined the Hirchal. What I want to join A4. तो भाई साहब, ये जो आपका एटीट्यूड है भेड़ चाल में, और आपकी जो है ना बैटरी की जो है अभी से डिस हो गई है, तो मुझे तो लगता नहीं आपका सिलेक्शन नहीं हो पाएगा। अपनी बैटरी को चार्ज कर लो पहले, गेट बैक ऑन ट्रैक एंड स्टार्ट वर्किंग। अभी ग्रेजुएशन स्टार्ट कर रहा है, मुझे तेरी बैटरी डिस हो गई तो कहाँ अफसर बनेगा तू यार? समझा? हाँ, गेट बड़ी एनर्जाइज, स्टार्ट वर्किंग। ओके, थैंक यू। मेघा, currently I'm in class 12th. I'll give my first attempt in April. I want to join Indian Air Force as a flying officer. What are something I should work on? Do you want to give me any advice? हाँ, एडवाइस तो ये, हाँ तुम्हारे लिए है, पहले मेडिकल चेक कराओ। ये मामला ठीक ठाक है, अगर एयर फ्लाइंग में ही जाना है। एंड इफ दैट इज ओके देन प्रिपेयर फॉर योर रिटन एग्जाम एनडीए का। ठीक ठाक अपना सिस्टमैटिक प्रिपेयर करिए, एकेडमिक एबिलिटी अच्छी रखिए, एंड साइमल्टेनियसली कीप स्टार्ट वर्किंग फॉर योर फिजिकल फिटनेस, जनरल नॉलेज, एंड थिंग्स शुड वर्क आउट, इज नॉट अ बिग डील. And in case you are lacking clarity as to what you should focus upon, then it will make sense to join our guidance program, and I will be able to give you personalized guidance. Fine. Thanks, Megha. Piyush, how should a candidate go through the medical examination before assessing for NDNT? Please reply. अरे पीयूष, मैंने बोला जरूरत नहीं है, खाली बोला था एयरफोर्स की फ्लाइंग के लिए जा रहा हो तो करा लेना, वुड मेक सेंस के और कुछ करना ही नहीं है तो तुम फिर जाओगे ही नहीं उसमें, छोड़ देना उस चीज को। तो दैट इज द थिंग, और कोई बड़ी चीज नहीं है, और कोई वो नहीं है। जो ऑफिशियल वेबसाइट में है, जो मेडिकल क्राइटेरिया होते हैं उन्हें देख लीजिए, और उन्हें दिखाइए किसी भी डॉक्टर को, वो चेक करके आपको बता देगा कि वेदर यू आर फिट और नॉट। फाइन, थैंक यू। Tarun, back on track professionally. I've given my written, waiting for my SSB. So with my decision to take a break, फिर तुम छवि 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 खराब हो जाएगी। मैं भाड़ में जाते तो छवि को, अभी सुधर जाओ, दैट्स ऑल। Forget it. Don't ask me this stupid बड़ी छवि questions again. Will this affect? Will that award impression it will have? भाड़ में गया इंप्रेशन, अपने को सही करो तरुण तो होगा सिलेक्शन। इंप्रेशन बनाने वाला एक बहुत है हिंदुस्तान के, देख लिया उसका क्या हाल हो रहा है, छवि बना हुआ। प्रतीक, small doubt, Navy aviation. How to get into it through CDS entry? CDS entry guys are appearing for Navy executive GS and Hydro. Can we switch to? Yeah, you can switch. You can switch. That you will have to do after joining the Navy. You will get options, and that from your commanding officer, you will be able to get clearance, and that is what हो जाता सब। लाइक पैरा एसएफ में जाते हैं, एविएशन में भी ऐसे जाते हैं, तो कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं। फाइन, या थैंक यू। सूर्यांश, in this NDA exam scoring 400 was very good. I'm confident how to start my preparation. This is all live in Meerut near St. Mary's Academy. अरे मेरे घर के पास ही रहता है यार, तो हम इधर मिल रहे हैं on YouTube। तो यू ज्वाइन आवर गाइडेंस प्रोग्राम, तेरा मैं पड़ोसी हूँ। तो पल्स जिम में मैं जाता हूँ जो हमारे नजदीक है, तो उधर जिम में भी आ जाता हूँ, उधर भी मिलते रहेंगे। एंड फाइन, सो आई विल बी एबल टू गाइड यू। फाइन, तो दैट बी अ गुड आइडिया सूरज। ओके, या थैंक यू। For now, what is the logic behind rapid fire question? Firstly, there are no rapid fire questions. This is a misnomer. It's a very, very stupid, point, which is very popular. Rapid fire bolna among the aspirants, probably created by some coaching academy or some internet or whatever. किसी ने बेवकूफी का आइडिया प्रमोट किया हुआ है. कोई रैपिड फायर क्वेश्चन नहीं होते. रैपिड फायर तो ये होता है कि चिड़िया उड़ नंबर, जो बचपन में पूछे जाते थे ना सवाल कि कौवा उड़, चीता उड़, भेड़िया उड़, like that you have to give answer. So nothing like that is happening. You are asked a series of connected questions, and they are logically connected. For example, okay, tell me about your school days starting from 10th. Which was your favorite subject? Why was it your favorite subject? Which subject you did not like? Why you did not like? Who was your favorite teacher? Why was he your favorite teacher? Which teacher why you did like? Your friends you found were very good. Why did you like those people? Who among your colleagues you are not liking very much? Why you are not liking very much? तो ये कनेक्टेड क्वेश्चन है. इस तरह से इंटरव्यू ऑफिसर सवाल पूछता है. मैं खुद इंटरव्यू ऑफिसर रहा हूँ, तो मैं ये रैपिड फायर वगैरह ये टर्म ही बेवकूफी की है. फाइन. तो अब जवाब क्या दूं आपको? इन एनी केस यू गिव अ डैम टू द ब्लडी लॉजिक ऑफ द असेसर. तुम अपनी चीजें सुधार लो ना, तो तुम्हारा सिलेक्शन होगा. तुम उसको जान के असेसर थोड़ी बनना है तेरे को. तो दैट्स इट. थैंक यू. Rahul, serving in Assam Rifles, want to be an officer, have started preparing for CDS, currently pursuing BA, second year IGNOU. If I have max 3 attempt, do routine, day routine for SSB. नहीं, मैं legislate नहीं कर सकता. You will have to formulate yourself, भाई. I cannot legislate कि आपका daily activities क्या हैं, उसमें क्या चीजें आपकी ठीक ठाक हैं, क्या improvement की जरूरत है. Everyone will need a unique this thing. You can join my guidance program, Rahul. Then I'll be able to advise, give you very specific advice. As such कोई general advice है नहीं. General advice के लिए हमने डाला हुआ है वो सैंपल, एक 75 डे का प्लान करके कैसे कैसे इंडिविजुअल ने वर्क किया एंड इम्प्रूव्ड अपॉन हिज और हर एबिलिटीज, and then made reach the adequacy level and got select. कोई one size fit all plan नहीं हो सकता. Fine. Yeah, thank you. Some more questions coming up, Yogita.
Last question.
Last question. Saurav, is there any issue of not having job or not taking tuition ever, even after having graduation? Though my parents don't encourage me to do part-time job or take tuition as they earn being in government job. देखो भाई, I advise people not to sit at home and do सरकारी इम्तिहान की तैयारी, because it shows an irresponsible attitude towards your family as also the society. And this is a fact, and this is the view which would be largely shared by the interviewing officers in Hindustan. So ऐसा ही आउटलुक उनका भी होगा. बट एवरी केस इज यूनिक. अब आपकी कंडीशंस क्या है, आपके पेरेंट्स का क्या आउटलुक है, उसके हिसाब से आपने जो किया किया, तो आप वो बात बता दो. फिर प्रॉब्लम सौरभ वहीं पे घूम फिर के आ जाएगी कि तुम्हारी जान छवि में उलझी हुई है, कि छवि क्या बन गई तुम्हारी ना, उसमें जान फंस गई ना. छवि से कुछ नहीं होने वाला बच्चे. अगर तेरे में काबिलियत होगी तो तू सेलेक्ट होगा, और अगर तू काबिल नहीं होगा तो तू रिजेक्ट होगा. छवि से तेरा कुछ नहीं होने वाला. समझा? तो ये छवि का चक्कर छोड़ दो, भाड़ में जाना तो छवि को. या ओके, थैंक यू. दैट्स इट.
Yes, sir.
Okay, then thanks everybody for taking out your time and attending our session. I hope I have been able to settle your queries. And don't get concerned about this image and chubby business. This is a very bad idea. Focus on improving upon the basic
Yeah, yeah.
four aspects, which I keep insisting. That will get you success in the long run and not this bloody image and chabi bakwas. Fine. Thanks a lot. Take care, all of you. God bless. Bye bye.